Apologize for looking a little tired, a little drained for various reasons. This is a dumb, unfortunate, sad, but I'm going to try to make it somewhat of a happy video in a way. A nice little remembrance of my friend Adam. I was not as close to Adam as some other people out there. We interacted with each other on and off for about, a little over a decade. It's great to see so many people giving him so much love online and really appreciation, because a lot of people wouldn't have started any type of quote-unquote career on YouTube without him, without his videos. He was kind of one of the first big-time guys to really kind of break through and show to everyone that, hey, you can actually make a career out of this, or you can make a hobby out of this, or you could just be creative and put your stuff online. I honestly owe like a lot to him. I was just actually thinking about it the other day, remembering back all the times that we had kind of interacted with each other and how important those little hangouts were to me. Let me take you back, right? I think it was 2014. Wow, 11 years ago, almost 12 years ago. I wanted to make a documentary on Adam because I'd seen his stuff online. I think one of the first ones I saw was either he stayed 24 hours at Disney World because they had Disney World open for 24 hours, or when he snuck into the Six Flags in New Orleans after the hurricane. This was back in the day with his Adam the Woo channel, where he got into a little bit more trouble. The Daily Woo kind of, when you get older, you want to not do as many reckless things. We'll say that.
I make what I like to discern as adventure videos. Not really one exact type of video per se, just me going out, leaving the house, going out into the great outdoors and filming stuff that I see that I find interesting. It's not one particular genre of any sort. A lot of people like the abandoned type videos, a lot of people like the movie locations, roadside attraction stuff. But I don't really focus on one of those. I just like to incorporate all of them into one quote-unquote adventure videos, where it's just me going out and seeing and doing stuff.
Come on with me now. Let's go take a look at the Old Town Saturday Night Cruise. Oh, I almost ran into that person. That was an accident. So sorry, man.
But yeah, his first channel is how I discovered him. And I think I messaged him because back in the day, you could like directly contact people, like other channels on YouTube, and be like, hey, I really like your stuff. Can I make a documentary about you? By this point, I was 11, 12 years ago. So yeah, I was like fresh-faced 28-year-old, the baby face. Like, I'm looking at the footage now. I made an Indiegogo campaign to help finance this documentary. I think I wanted to raise like $700. It's just like basically travel, because I was going to bring my two friends along. And I want to, cover gas, expenses, hotel, et cetera, food. And I wanted to make sure, everyone, they didn't have to spend any of their own money. So I raised, $700. It was dirt cheap back in the day. And I'm pretty sure I spent a lot more out of money out of my own pocket. Like, I think $700 just barely covered some stuff. Anyway, so, oh my God, look at me, just with the...
Adam is based out of Florida. And the plan right now is to drive down from Baltimore, where I live.
My hair looks so black. It almost looks like I dyed it back in the day. So much flannel. Way too much flannel, young Kenny. Way too much flannel. Look at me in my old... Oh my God. I had a Ric Flair poster in the background. We got to get out of this. Oh, that's just too much. I don't want to watch this anymore. Is that how I'm going to look back on these videos eventually one day and be like, what was I thinking? Kind of going back to why I wanted to make a video about Adam and some little experiences I've had with him. It's mainly to just kind of remind myself of some of the happier times, of some of the moments that kind of made me laugh, because there's some funny stories around all of these little adventure hangouts. I really want to reminisce a little bit, and that'll help bring a little smile to my face. And hopefully everyone out there watching can get some enjoyment out of this too. And also, I'm always just like concerned that I am going to go crazy one day and forget everything. So I really would like to document this stuff and to record it even just for my own keepsake in a way. I think it's important to grieve. It's important to be sad, frustrated, angry, have all these feelings. But, try to remember some of the good stuff. Try to remember some of the happy moments. We're so fortunate because Adam documented and shared so much of his life and his adventures, put it online. So we still have those memories that we can go back and watch. Yeah. All right. So I raised $700 for this short documentary.
So everything I'm saying you can hear through your headphones currently at the moment. Little pillow talk coming into your ear there that nobody else can hear.
Yep.
The other two guys can't hear what I'm telling you at the moment. So whatever I say is between us for the rest of the evening.
Pretty much.
So nobody, how low can I talk? You can hear this?
Yep.
That's crazy. What if I went from this to like a really loud scream?
Yeah, my friends and I, we drove down from Baltimore to Tallahassee. We're going to meet Adam in Tallahassee. We drove like 1,900 miles in the span of, it was like over a weekend. I was just like, we slept in the car on the way down and woke up and kept driving. And it was just, we took turns. It was
milkshake time. Anytime I'm with you, we end up with the milkshake in our hand within a couple minutes. Oh, did I put it in reverse?
No, I'm hoping that this way is south. Don't crash.
My friend Eric always jokes and said, "Oh, a little piece of us died on that trip back in the day." I'm like, "Yeah, yes, we did." We met him at this, I think it was like an old drag strip somewhere, like out in the woods, just the woods and just cement. I have no idea how I found this place, but I did. And we filmed there, interviewed him. This was before he was let back into Disney World. I think he was banned or trespassed from entering because he had made some videos backstage. And, that's when he started kind of doing more of the Daily Woo stuff to kind of separate himself, I'm assuming, from some of the fun adventures he got into. Some of the trouble, like good old trouble, okay? Trouble that I respect. That's good trouble. He was living in his van at this point. He sold all of his stuff, living in his van, traveling around the country.
This is the van right here. This is where all the magic happens. And what I mean by magic is me sleeping. I have limo tent all around the edge there so you can't see in, as well as curtains in case somebody tries to shine a flashlight in. It's pretty dark in the back here. Got the air mattress, my clothes here, my laptop, and this is it.
I was so fortunate that, Adam agreed to let me do this documentary about him. He didn't really do a lot of this stuff. He turned down a lot of things here and there. It was funny. Every once in a while he would text me like an anniversary picture of like, oh, look at this, because he took a picture of us filming him, and he would send a picture of being like, remember this? I'm like, oh, yeah. I really appreciated that he really liked doing that documentary, that he had fond memories of it. So that was really special to me.
I was born on August 10th, 1974. in a little town called Tupelo, Mississippi. I grew up in a very conservative Christian home. My dad was a minister, and my mom was a preacher's wife. I went to church every Sunday night, and Wednesday night Bible study. I also went to a Christian school through 7th grade. After that, I was homeschooled from 7th grade until 11th grade, and I took my GED when I was 17, so I actually never went to high school. So my whole social life was pretty much me, myself, entertaining myself. Being a preacher's kid is kind of like being in a military family, so you travel a lot. By the time I was 16 or 17, we had moved to 13 different towns. I lived in Oklahoma, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Oklahoma. So moved all over. I've always been a fan of movies since I was a kid, 80s movies. I was always infatuated with how movies were made. Hey there. And then when the video camera came out, the old huge Griswold style vacation video cameras, I remember there was someone in my father's church who had one, let us borrow.
Welcome to Adam's Entertainment Guide.
And I was just hooked on making movies. And then when YouTube came about and technology advanced and you could get a camera for cheap, I just went that route and started making my own movies, my own little fun adventure videos.
So throughout the years, we kept in touch here and there. I think at one point he was doing the Daily Woo vlog like every day.
Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. It's my second channel, daily blog channel, the Daily Woo. That's gonna be my new intro, so get used to it because you're gonna hear it before every video.
I think he did like for 5 years, because I think he asked me to make a like an anniversary type of video for him, just like a quick little music video showcasing some of the best moments of the vlog. And we met up again at one point. I don't remember what year this was. Maybe like 2017 or so. And this was, he kind of stopped doing the Daily Woo. He's like, I'm not going to do it every day. I'm taking a little break. He would eventually go on to restart it again. I think I was down in Florida filming some stuff for a wrestling promotion. And the weekend was kind of over. And I was like, hey, Adam, are you around? You want to meet up, hang out? And he's like, yeah, I'll pick you up. We'll go around. I think we went around Disney World for a little bit, or I couldn't go into Disney because I didn't, have a pass or anything. So we just kind of did some adventures around the vicinity.
I think we really need to open this up. Give it some gas, Captain.
We took a boat around the Bay Lake, whatever the lake is in front of Magic Kingdom. Rented out one of those little boats, had some fun there.
I don't worry about anything. Sound, video, lighting. I just do it. Put the glasses down, and then you just grab this and you just do. Yeah. You can always have the yeah in the back of your mind, then you will always not be self-conscious. You know how some people always say, comedians will say, I picture the audience nude, and that's how they get over it. I just picture myself saying yeah, and that's it. That's basically my nudity, is by saying yeah. I don't know where I'm going with this, but.
And then a few months later, I think he got the RV at this point, and he was traveling around. He was up in Baltimore, and he said, hey man, if you need a place to crash for a night, hang out at my place. I don't care. My HOA got so mad because, he parked his giant RV like right out in the street. And I was like, I don't care. I thought it was funny. I was like, what are they going to do? They didn't do anything. They just like went, how dare you have a friend over who has an RV? And I'm like, yeah, get out of here. You guys got too much free time on your hands. So we hung out, and that was when we snuck into the remnants of the Enchanted Forest. I brought up that footage a bunch, and legit has one of my favorite little moments I think I've ever documented. We were walking around and came across, it was like a little section of bamboo. We heard something in the woods.
Behind the bamboo. Whoa! Did you hear that? Did you hear that noise?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
Was that a bear? Holy cow, what is that?
And then two of us took off, started running. We're like breathing heavy, and it kept like coming, like knocking something. It felt like there was a bear coming after us. And I'm like, there's no bears here. There's no bears. It's probably just a deer or a raccoon or like a squirrel.
That was terrifying. Dude, there's something in that freaking thing.
It's got to be a raccoon or a fox or something.
But it was hilarious that we got so spooked by it. But it was great. And we drove around Baltimore. We met up with our friend Leonard Kinsey. Hung out with him for a little bit, author of Dark Side of Disney, and, just kind of palled around, got into some more trouble. And then, he went on his way, he continued on his way. He just always kind of kept in touch here and there. I think, surprise, surprise, I was down in Florida again, as one does. Adam had a place in Celebration, went down to film with Disney Dan, and we decided to go around to the it was like a flea market thing, the big one. It was a big one. It was a big important one down in Florida. All you Florida folks know what it is. It has all this like retro Disney stuff. And I think I texted him and I was like, hey, we're around if you want to meet up. And he's like, oh yeah, it's a little bit far for me to go over to the antique shop. I said, hey, it's all right. We'll meet up again sometime. I'll be down here again. As Dan and I are in the antique mall place, flea market, trash dump, filming some stuff, having a good time, and I turn
Oh my goodness.
around, and there's Adam. He showed up.
Oh my goodness. You got here okay?
What's your new channel name?
Please stop vlogging.
Please stop vlogging.
Is the name of the channel.
Want me to turn this off? Or you
No. You keep recording.
Okay.
There's such a fun little surprise, and I'm glad that he went out of his way to meet up with me. I'm trying to think of some fun stories, some other little funny stories. When I was filming the documentary, the one back in 2014 in the drag strip in Tallahassee, I think I brought a 12 case of Mountain Dew. Hell yeah, brother. Brought it for the crew, and I was like, Adam, you want some Mountain Dew? And he's like, what? Mountain Dew? That's one of his favorite drinks. And I was like, hell yeah, brother. I was like, I can't do the, like, hell yeah, brother. We're buds now, Mountain Dew buds. So I think I had my Mountain Dew open, sitting on top of my friend's car as we were filming. As I go to drink afterwards, after we'd all wrapped up, I said, that's a wrap on Adam, and that's a wrap on us. Let's get out of here and let's go out, let's get some food. Go get my Mountain Dew, glug, 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 drink it, and I feel something moving around my mouth, like, when I spit it out, friggin' hornet. There is a hornet bee in my Mountain Dew that I almost drank. I don't know what would have happened had I gotten stung in my mouth. It would have really hurt. Would have probably swelled up and done some things. Spit out the bee, flew him, let him go away. Like, ooh. That story sounded a lot cooler in my head. As I said it, that really wasn't. It was kind of just went nowhere. And that night, I got a hotel for the crew, and I said, Adam, if you want to crash with us, you're more than welcome. I brought an air mattress for him, and didn't know this at the time, but there was a little bit of a hole in the air mattress, and poor Adam was sleeping on it, and he had to keep refilling it in the middle of the night. He just got so tired of it, he's like, screw it, and he just eventually slept on the floor. And I felt terrible. I felt really bad about that. Again, I wore way too much flannel during this shoot. I was really into the flannel. What was I thinking? Yeah, those are just some fun memories, little moments I've had with Adam. Like I said, there's probably been a couple other little things here and there, hung out, talk. It's definitely very upsetting and hard to wrap my brain around him no longer being here. Didn't watch like every vlog, but every once in a while I would tune in, just be like, oh, what's Adam up to? Check it out and watch his a video and just be transfixed with, whatever little adventure he was up to. I'm so glad that he was able to travel abroad, travel to Europe, go all over this country. He was getting ready in 2026 to do more road trips around this nation. And I was like, dude, we got to hang out. We'll take you over to the old abandoned Six Flags. We'll, get some video of that. Really, him letting me make that documentary about him, that was such an important moment, I would say, in my career. I was able to start fine-tuning my style and trying to, figure out what it was like to put together a documentary from beginning to end and put it online and have people watch it and all this stuff. And I had made documentaries in the past, but this was this was kind of a different beast, and it really kind of helped open the door for me in so many different ways, creatively and relationship wise. And so many people saw that documentary and they saw that, hey, Kenny is someone you can trust and hang out with, and I owe so much to him, and I know so many other people out there owe a ton to him as well. He really helped so many people in ways that I don't even know if he was truly fully aware of. I'm very fortunate that I got to spend some time with him throughout the years, and my condolences to his family, his really close friends down in Florida. It's just this is a tough one. This is the really tough one, because it's somebody that we got to see so often, just through his own videos, or people would run into him in various parks and adventures, and he was very personable and just a very honest, cool dude. Like a real guy, a real original guy who paved the way for so many of us. And really, 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 really going to miss him. But again, I'm just glad I was able to have this time with him, and that, you know, we have so many great little moments to go back and watch that he was able to share with us. And we're very lucky to have had that. And, you know, he got to do things his way, and he got out of that, you know, that retail 9-to-5 grind. And, you know, he paved a path and did things his way. And he was very, very lucky and very fortunate to do that.
When I first put the videos up, they weren't really getting a lot of views. A couple here and there would trickle in. You know, you get 10, 20, 30, 100 views. If I got 100 views, I get really excited about it. And then as they started to go more than that, I started to notice people were commenting on the videos, people I didn't know. And that excited me to think, wow, there's somebody out there that I've never even met that's watching my videos. I think it started off mostly for myself, hoping that people would stumble upon them. But as it's gone on, I've got so many followers. I really hate to use the word fans. I don't think I've ever really used that word. I kind of look at it more as a kindred spirit. People that are watching it, they feel like they're vicariously following me to a place they can't go. So I kind of look at it as like a friend, an extended friends or an extended family of people that watch my videos. I don't think there really is an end goal. I think I'm just doing it and seeing what happens. And I've got all these stories, all these experiences to share. It definitely makes me think that I'm definitely living my life, you know, more than some people are. Some people are just kind of stuck in the rut and doing the 9-to-5 rat race, where I'm lucky and definitely blessed to be doing what I'm doing.
Adam did it, and he lived life. Like, you know, he sucked the marrow from the bones of life.
It's hard to think 10 years from now. Hopefully I'll still be doing the same thing, just on a farther advanced scale maybe. The more people that follow my videos, the more connections you make, the more people you meet. You never know what'll happen and how it'll progress. So I don't really know where I'll be in 10 years. Hopefully I'm still doing this.
I'm so happy that he was able to do those things. I just wanted to share some things with you guys, and, you know, that kind of helps me get into a little bit of a better headspace too, and trying to think back of some of those happier times. And, you know, make sure everybody out there watching, you take care of yourself, you know, stay in touch with your family members and friends, and just, you know, take time to really just enjoy life with them, and just, you know, be thankful that we got to spend these moments with Adam.
You know, one day when I'm gone, then there will be an unlimited amount of videos online. So I guess now, through the beauty of the internet, things just live on forever. I don't know how I want to be remembered. I guess as someone who just kind of threw caution to the wind and just went out and did his own thing and lived his own life.